Messiah. The element of the pole has not been decided in relation to the prefix, because in a matter of time, once we have the oil based upon the intuition of yourself, we can also divide by it in relation to the separator, because the income production of a service is to hold the maturity of understanding of life and conferment of life, because in time, once we have that, the wisdom of the area is its conjunction of maturity and to understand the knowing. In relation to the knowing, the confunction of the area is the position of prolex and also to divide into a separator, because in a matter of time, once we have that, the signal of the application form will mature itself into the consumption of the prolong. The conjunction of the prolong is based upon the measurement of time, because the measurement of time is based upon the intuition of knowing. Because in the matter of time, in our intuition of knowing is that we realize which function will be maturing itself into the consumption of the oil, and also to block out the data lay. Because in the development of life is based upon the intuition of oil. And in time, once we have the intuition of oil based upon the paintbrush by eyedropper and pre-linking in a print copy, it's a duplication of the carbon dioxide. In a matter of time, once we have that, the reversity of the demorites, we will also position ourselves into its compliance, because in relation to its compliance, the confunction of life is based on a householder and also the conferment of a life cycle. Because in that time, once we have the life cycle, we have a maturity to understand the prefix. Because once we understood the prefix, we are sharing into its ferment of life and also the conferment of the life cycle. And in a matter of time, once we mature its age in relation to conferment of life, is knowing what to know of. But the kukul is a triple saying of math condition in relation to prolonging the animation before the meaning of Melissa can be divided into the table wave. It's just in the matter of time, the table wave, based upon our intuition of knowing what to know of, is the instrument of knowing what to know of. It's just in the matter of time, once we know what to know of, we can also confer the life cycle based upon the transmission of the data lay. Because in that way, the data lay is a position of a timer and also to unposition itself into its conjunction of knowing what to know of. It's just in a matter of time, once we know what to know of, is that based upon knowing what to know of and to share into circular. Circular is your brain cell by thinking pattern. When we have a brain cell based upon your thinking pattern, it is the instrument based upon our you thinking pattern. And in that way, our you thinking pattern is knowing you thinking to know of by the 10 commandments and to share into thou. Because to share into thou before we know what to know of is knowing what to know in. Because knowing what to know of and knowing what to know in is the instrument of this look by the white devil. The white devil is based on knowing what to know and knowing what not to know. Because as a matter of fact, knowing what to know and knowing what not to know is a signal of the frequency based upon TPG and also based upon AC3546 by its own electricity pulse. Too simple, the task of knowing and knowing what to know in. And when we work that way, knowing what to know in, we are inking the system in this print copy by sharing into its own duplication to knowing what to know in. And in that way, knowing what to know in, we are simpling the transmission by Mother Mary to indicate knowing what to know now. Because knowing what to know now is a sequel of thou shalt not know what to know in. It's just a matter of time. Know thou not to know in is an indication of thou not to know in. It's just. See this look? Not mirror. Anyway, knowing what to know of is a thinking pattern based upon our brain. But in our brain is that knowing what to know of by a lovable, handsome man for me is knowing what to storm in relation to sinking our eyes instead of the penis, because in relation to instead of the penis, it's just Malay. And in Malay, what is Malay? Is she a penis designer? Oh, but in relation to a penis designer, is it X-rated? I'll give you one in a minute on Facebook. But it's just our way we lecture its performance by Leonardo da Vinci in Greece. Yes, the statue of Greece. They have nude bits, don't they? Just normal. But in that way, when I get the right one, we can have a certain amount of sales. But when we don't, it's just, does it make you horny? Does it turn you on? Look at him. She's a skunk. I love skunk. Do you know why I love skunk? They stink. No, yes, they stink. Well, next time I'll tell you a story, right, everybody, about who created animals. You know, things. Because I myself want money too. See? It's just in the matter of time, once we share the correction of the consumption of time, we will be born in relation to the deploy. Because when we are born in relation to the deploy, what does this look like? Pencil with sharpener? We are evening out into the compliance of its aisle and to simple knowing what to know of. But in knowing what to know of, Messiah is knowing what to know of. But in knowing what to know of, we know what to know of. Does it make sense? It makes sense to me. It's just knowing what to know of. It's knowing what to know of. And knowing what to know of. And in a matter of time, knowing what to know of, by Leonardo da Vinci, it's knowing what to know of. See how balanced it is? Please. But anyway, knowing, oh, forget about it. Anyway, I hope you guys understand knowing what to know of by the Ten Commandments, because knowing what to know of is that the sequel of knowing what to know of is the DPI, is it? What to know? Don't know. If you can tell, please teach. It's just in a matter of time. Knowing what to know of is just knowing what to know of. But knowing what to know of is knowing what to know of. Melissa, the condition of the method of knowing what to know of is the inconsistent of knowing what to know of. And in life, knowing what to know of is that, personally, I'm a size queen and I know of. So I hope you guys enjoy being gay because I'm gay and I know of gayness. Know of.